So, we've come to the part on the referral system, how to bring your customers aboard your referral team. Before we go on, let's cover some important mentalities to have. Important mentality number 1, the give to get mentality. We would like to encourage tuition center owners out there to approach your relationship with your customer from the standpoint of what am I here to give or how I can serve, as opposed to what can I sell. Doing so will help you to invoke the law of reciprocity. Simply put, what the law of reciprocity means is research has shown that when people are given something, they are more likely to give back something bigger in return. This is especially so for an Asian society like Singapore, where our mothers from young have taught us to give back when someone gives us something. We have found that by changing your mindset from receiving to giving, you will get unexpected returns in bigger amounts in the form of referrals from your customers. Important mentality number 2, expect referrals. The real secret to getting referrals is to simply ask for them. If you're doing a good job and you truly believe in what you have to offer, why not ask for a referral? Most Singaporeans that we have spoken to will probably feel paiseh at the thought of being able to ask for a favor from someone, not to mention asking for a favor from a customer to refer you a potential customer, another potential customer. But here's the thing, by not reaching out to as many potential customers as you can out there, you are technically depriving them of the chance to benefit from your services. If the referral does take place, it creates a win-win situation for both yourself as well as the potential student who would have joined your tuition center since he or she had that need in the first place. So, ask for a referral today. We're now going on to the part on the 4 C's of referrals. First, content. Next, context. Third, connection. Last, community. Content. Consumers are constantly being bombarded by messages from advertisers that will become very effective at blocking it off. I mean, in the past when I used to get a flyer, I'll just take a glance at it, crush it in my hand, and throw it away. When I see an advertisement, say, on TV, I just walk off to the toilet and then I come back when the show starts again. But here's the thing, by creating interesting content that will benefit your target market, it will help you to capture more attention and more interest for your tuition services. This is especially powerful in this day and age of social media, where we constantly see interesting articles being shared all over Facebook. Can you imagine the pride you will see when your article gets shared among friends? Also, not to mention the amount of referrals that you'll be getting from that single article. Next, context. The rise of microblogging platforms such as Twitter and social platforms such as Facebook has created an appetite for content in snack-sized pieces among Singaporeans. By snack size, we mean small, nugget-sized articles. What this means for you? It means that you should be condensing reams of data from different sources into snack-sized articles. Also, it remains to be said that you should write something that is relevant to the needs and frustrations of your target market. What does this mean? Let me give you some examples. You can come up with exam tips and put them on your website. Issues that are related to time management, teaching them how to schedule and prioritize that study, as well as, say, even stress management, all fall under this potential category. Next, you can write and create memory articles that uses psychological research to help with content recall. For example, students should be studying, say, first thing in the morning when they wake up, and the last thing at night, because research has found that this is how memory is best encoded or remembered in the brain. Next, you should also write up on parent-specific content that is related specifically to the needs of parents, such as 3 reasons why your child isn't doing well in school and what you can do about it as a parent. Third, connection. You must show that you truly care for your students. And as people, it is needless to say that we like being cared for. But yet, why are there so few companies out there forming that essential connection between consumers and businesses? I mean, OCBC is a good example of a company that has successfully managed to build a connection with its customers. Every time I call someone from OCBC's customer service team, I'm made to feel special and that the bank truly cares for my welfare. As such, not only have I been banking with them for such a long time, I've even referred friends, and through this short video, I've even referred you. Next, build an emotional connection with your target market, and customers will always choose between you and them. The last of the 4 C's is community. As humans, we all need to have a sense of belonging. That is how we obtain our identity. This need for an identity can also be applied to creating a referral system for a tuition center. How? Well, simply put, by creating a community around parents and students. This can take the form of community-based events or peer support groups. Some examples of tuition centers in Singapore that we have seen that have effectively engaged the community through various activities or even groups will be organizing cupcake events for Mother's Day, East Coast outing for students, as well as creating peer studying groups for your students to study in. The last example of using community to create a powerful referral system for your business will be to encourage students to share your teaching methods and notes with their friends. This creates a win-win situation for everyone. Not only is your student able to learn better, because research has shown that when people teach someone else a new concept, they're able to internalize and understand the concept better. Furthermore, the person whom is the recipient of your students' teaching methods is able to learn something new and to indirectly benefit from your teaching methods. And lastly, this generates referrals for you for free at no additional cost and no extra effort. Sounds good, huh?
Okay, thanks for watching that DVD. I hope that you learned a lot from the DVD. You learned things inside that such as leads generation, leads closing, sales closing, lead nurturing, and how to set up a referral system. While all of those may come in handy, you must take note that you have to look at the DVD and complete the exercise or the hot sheet that was actually part of the whole package that was sent to you. The hot sheet is actually in the package that the DVD was sent together with you, and it's actually a self-assessment tool. A tool which helps you to see where you are right now on the spectrum between 0 to 10 on how you are going to move forward to help bring your tuition center to the next level. Used in conjunction with the report that was sent earlier in a few weeks before the DVD was sent out to you, you could really come up with a plan that you could do on your own. But if you decide not to do it on your own, let's say for example, you're someone who's really quite busy, or you think you're not able to do it, you're not so sure on how to do the technical aspects of the things, or you just want to outsource the whole thing, that is something that we do. Education profit systems, this is something that we have done for some time now, and we want to extend this opportunity to you so that you can start building the amount of profits that you deserve as a business owner. So really, what is education profit systems? EPS, as we call it, is simply a marketing system specifically made for the tuition and education center industry. Some background info before we proceed. The first person on the team is Imran Ali. He's really the founder of the Profits Academy, author of 3 published books, and he's also the co-creator of a product called the Kaizen Business System Principles with Brian Tracy. Now, if you don't know who Brian Tracy is, you can just Google him right now and you'll be able to find out more about him. He's a best-selling author of over 23 books, which has been translated into dozens of languages worldwide. And he's an expert in building businesses and incorporating sales systems within your business. And his website is right now is briantracy.com. And the product, which is made in conjunction with him and Imran, will be launched somewhere in January 2013. Joshua is the second member of the team. He's a consumer behavior specialist lead team, meaning to say that he really understands about consumer behaviors. He really understands what makes your customers tick, what makes them buy, what makes them say yes. Essentially, he helps to craft a marketing message which helps you to attract more suitable prospects or leads into your tuition center. And he also is the customer referral system specialist. So with regards to creating referral systems, Joshua is the person to go to. Now the question that I have for you is this: do you have a business owner mentality, or do you simply have a tuition center mentality? Now if you watch that DVD that I sent you, you know by now the distinction, the clear distinction between being a business owner and being a tuition center. Like Michael Gerber said in his book E-Myth Enterprise, he said, you should work on your business versus working in your business. Now, the basic difference between these two aspects is that when you work in the business, you're really looking at doing things which are banal and day-to-day operations, such as answering the phone call, answering emails, answering inquiries, making sure that children are in class safe, calling up parents in case the students don't come up to work, setting exam papers, etc. That's what we call working in the business. Now you've got to change your mentality once again. The reason why I'm saying this again after saying it before in the DVD is because I want to impress upon you that you have to work on your business. Now, when I say work on your business, I mean work on the processes that actually build your customers, build your profits and sales. Things such as marketing, things such as sales processes. Because at the end of the day, marketing and sales are really representative of the lifeblood of your entire tuition business. Just as your blood brings oxygen-rich blood all over your body to your vital organs to make sure that you function at an optimal rate, marketing really is the blood of your business. Think of it this way. If you run out of blood, you cease to exist. If your business or if your tuition center runs out of leads or customers, you cease to exist. So if you liken marketing and sales to blood, you'd see where I'm getting at. You'd see what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that you need to work on the lifeblood of your business, which is marketing and sales. Stop working solely 100% in your business. It's time that you stood outside your business, take a look at it from the outside, and then work on it, not work in it. So here at EPS, or Education Profit Systems, we are dedicated to help your business double or even triple your sales and profits within 6 months or less, depending on the capacity. Like I mentioned, this system is only suitable for you if you have a capacity to have more or to accept more referrals or to accept more students in your center. If you're currently full anyway, or you're not intending to open a second, third, fourth, or fifth tuition center, then this might not be for you. We use a variety of methods in these systems that we were going to implement for you, such as lead generation, lead nurturing, sales closing systems, and also the profit boosters, which are really a lucrative set of ways to help bring your center to the next level. And there's also a bonus method that will be implemented by Joshua Look. He's the consumer behavior specialist, as I mentioned earlier, and it's really just a referral generating system that will run on autopilot and work for you for years to come without fail. So this is something that you really have to be interested in, and if you are, call Joshua right away. Now, talking about lead generation. The lead generation aspect of this system is completely automated, completely turnkey solution. Everything is DFOI, done for you. We set it up for you. We come in, we look at your needs, your wants, and your particular sets of strengths and weaknesses, and we will implement this lead generation system. We'll install this system for you. So in such a way that it runs an autopilot. You don't have to do anything with it anymore. The reason why this is such a great solution for you is because really you can now start concentrating on the things that you really love doing. Things such as teaching or helping students achieve their best, and not focusing so much on boring processes such as marketing and sales. This lead generation system will also help you to completely dominate your tuition industry and leave your competitors in the dust. Your competitors will not know what hit them. You will come in so fast into the industry, you would dominate your industry so quickly that no one else would know what happened. And the whole system is implemented by us with little to no effort on your part. This segment alone can increase student enrollments by 50% or more in the very first month, as we'll show you. Now, let's go on to lead nurturing. The DVD talked quite a fair bit about lead nurturing, and I want to impress upon you again. Lead nurturing is simply what you do once the inquiries come in, once the leads or the potential customers trickle into your sales funnel. How do you move the leads from A, inquiries, to B, making eventual sales? This is the mainstay of the entire system. Next, we'll look at implementing sales closing systems for your business. Using these systems can increase your sales exponentially by focusing on the sales and the closing aspects of the customer relationship. The relationship between you, the seller, and the parents who is the decision maker and also the customer or potential customer. You have to ensure that all your frontline staff, and what I mean by frontline staff is your receptionist, the person who answers your emails, the person who answers your phone calls, the person who greets your students or potential students when they come in through the door. These are your frontline staff. They have to be well versed in these sales closing scripts and systems. Now, the training that we do for your sales staff can be done on site in your tuition center, or if you prefer, we can do it over home study DVD courses to ensure that your frontline staff remains relevant in closing the sales for you. There is nothing more wasteful than your staff who is ill-equipped to bring your business to the next level because he or she has not been properly trained to close sales when you are not there. Remember, a good business is a business that runs whether you are there or not, whether you are there to supervise these employees. So what we do really is we do the training for them on site, or we can give them a DVD course that you can ensure they watch and implement in your day-to-day operations. Should your staff turnover be high? Should you have a high replacement rate for your receptionists, for example, there will be a manual that will assist you to help retrain the new staff. Now, we come to the last section, the education profit boosters. The profit boosters really revolve around one strategy, which is adding additional revenue by uncovering hidden assets. Now, what do we mean by uncovering hidden assets? There's only a few ways to increase sales and profits, and they are: the first is you increase the number of leads or inquiries. The second, you can increase the number of sales closed as a result of converting those leads or inquiries in number one. Thirdly, you can increase the number of referrals from your existing client base. Fourth, you can increase the transaction value of each sale, which means if you make, for example, on average, an initial profit of about $300 per sign up initially per month, how do you bump it up to $400 or $500? You have to increase the transaction value of each sale using techniques such as called cross-selling and upselling, for example. And the fifth one is, how do you increase the frequency with which sales are being made? Now, if you can increase just each component 10%, you have a very respectable increase in total sales and profitability. So you really have to take a look at these education profit boosters. Now, what do you have to do next? We'd like you to contact Joshua via SMS at the number here, 9108 5113, or just email us at contact@educationprofitsystems.com. You can request a free consultation with your team, your management team, and we will come down and we will actually try to conduct an interview or something like that to ensure that it's compatible for both sides, that we'd be happy to work and move forward on both ends. But you have to remember, this system only works. It only works if you have the capacity to bring in new enrollments or signups for students. Again, if your center is full or if you're not intending to open a new center, then this is definitely not for you. If you think that this is worth exploring and you want to sit down with us and explore the options and the possibilities about how you can help your tuition center become much more profitable than ever before, whether any recession that is coming towards us, then you have to contact Joshua via SMS or email. Thank you again for watching this DVD, and I thank you again for reading the whole report, the 25-page report which was sent to you a few weeks ago.